Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash, and don't want to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This is your brother, I am Nawa Allah from GMS Chicago. And this is going to be a quick lesson about you cannot buy your way to salvation. And really the Lord doesn't care the Lord doesn't care how much wealth you have. Either way, you can't buy your way to salvation. But anyways, I'm gonna start with Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. And of course, we do need money in order to get by. We need money in order to survive. If you don't work, then you don't eat. But it really trying to make it in life and trying to make it here in life. The Lord doesn't give a shit about any of that. The Lord doesn't care how much money you have. Either way, you can't buy your way to salvation. Because in the NLT, if we go ahead and read the NLT very quick, it says, wisdom and money can get you almost anything, but only wisdom can save your life. And this truth, only this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the fearing the Lord, can only save your life, not money. But of course, everything is a balance. We're in captivity, but really, us brothers in this truth, we are seeking for salvation, and since we're seeking for salvation, of course, in this truth, we're going to have financial issues. We're gonna be broke in this truth. But it's all part of the battle. The Lord chose the poor that are rich in faith. Matthew 19 and 21. Yahweh Shai said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. And that is something that 2/3 don't want to give up, is their wealth, is their riches. All right, they don't want to give up all that for this truth. But here in this truth, you gotta let that go. You gotta understand that here on this side is only temporal, and really, when in this truth, you're trying to fight for salvation. You're trying to fight for your life. All right, you don't want to taste that second death with the rest of these 2/3. You don't want to be misophil. All right. But here in this story, you have this young man. He had great possessions, but he didn't want to give that up for this truth. Verse 23. Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. And these people in the world that are trying to make it in life, they don't want to give all their great possessions for give up their great possessions for this truth. All right, they'll rather hold on to it and try to make it in life and just live rich here on this side. But the Lord doesn't care. The Lord doesn't care how much wealth you have. It's either you're gonna fight for this truth, or you're gonna, or you go to the world and die as a two-third. All right. And here on this side, the riches here on this side is all fake. Here Esau, Esau, he has taken all the silver, the gold, and Esau is giving you nothing but paper. And people believe that paper is their currency, but no, that's not real money right there. All right, paper has no value, and that's how stupid these people are. They don't want to give up their wealth, their so-called wealth, for this truth. James 2:5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, had not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? Yeah, the Lord, He chose the poor of this world that are rich in faith. All right, the Lord chose His elect, and of course, the Lord's elect are going to be broke. All right, but there is a much more there's a huge reward for fighting for this truth. All right. But anyways, I'll read it again. Verse 5, Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which He hath promised to them that love Him? And hey, the elect, they're gonna have that reward. Starting with the elect, we're gonna have those new bodies. All right. We're gonna have those new bodies. We're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts, and we're gonna be heirs of the kingdom. All right. I'd rather have that instead of trying to make it here on this side, because here on this side, you already see it. You see America is already failing right before your eyes. America is already through. Just recently, you're already having bank closures. You have people. You have the cost of living is getting way harder for these people. All right. Ain't no way you can make it here. You cannot make it in life here on this side. All right. America, Babylon the Great is completely through. Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. All right. And yeah, riches, they don't profit in the day of wrath. You can't buy your way to salvation. But righteousness delivereth from death. All right. The fear of the Lord delivereth from death. And part of fearing the Lord is to taking on the sufferings of Yahushua, which means that we're going to be broke. All right. Family members or your friends are going to turn up against you, or you're going to go through much tribulation. All right. And you're going to continue doing this work. You're going to continue prophesying this word so that you can get the blood off of your hands. All right. And that's the fear of the Lord right there. Continuing to do the Lord's will. But anyways, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua, and Shalom.